Jeff Kaplan, the director of Overwatch, has announced that he is leaving Blizzard Entertainment after nearly...
That's not good. This is not good.
Greetings, Overwatch community. I am leaving Blizzard Entertainment after 19 amazing years. It was truly the honor of a lifetime to have the opportunity to create worlds and heroes for such a passionate audience. I want to express my deep appreciation to everyone at Blizzard who supported our games, our game teams, and our players. But I want to say a special thanks to the wonderful game developers that shared in the journey of creation with me. Never accept the world as it appears to be. Always dare to see it for what it could be. I hope you do the same.
That's a little bit ominous. You know, like the last sentence there is a little bit ominous about maybe, I don't know, GG. Yeah, actually type GG. Jeff Kaplan. It would have been better if he typed GG easy, okay? Like, I would have really think that, I really think that would have been much more on brand for Jeff Kaplan, but GG's good enough, okay? Jeff knows some shit that we don't know. Maybe he does. Development on Overwatch 2 will continue with assistant game developer Aaron Keller taking over as new director on the sequel. Keller previously worked with Kaplan on World of Warcraft. Okay, great. I'm still excited for Overwatch 2. I hope it's good. Jeff's been a great leader, mentor, and friend. He knows much, and we're going to miss him. Keller writes in a letter to the community, I've been lucky, Jesus, to work alongside him and the rest of the Overwatch team for many years in building something that continues to inspire people all around the world, and I'm honored to carry the torch forward. Yeah, that's awesome. It's a great opportunity for him. Hopefully the game still turns out good. Kaplan joined Blizzard in 2002, started as a designer for World of Warcraft, developing quests for an upcoming RPG. He was game director in WoW in 2009. So here's the thing, is that whenever Jeff Kaplan was the game director, Warriors were really good. And then as soon as he left, Warriors started declining. And that's what happened. And I remember because he played a Warrior, and I always felt so secure knowing that the game director played the same class that I did, because I knew there's no way it could actually be bad, right? And now he's gone completely. Dude, 9.1, Warriors are getting fucking deleted. Like, fuck, man. It's over. It is fucking over. I don't think that Jeff Kaplan had anything to do with the direction of WoW. I really don't. I don't think he had anything, I don't think he had anything to do with Classic. I don't think it had anything to do with the boost and TVC. I'm sure Jeff Kaplan probably disagreed with it, sure. But the reason why he left is probably something that's like super personal, and it's like, I don't really know. Like, I don't even want to guess why he left. I don't. So what do you guys think is gonna happen? Does this make you less confident in Overwatch 2? Because it does for me. It definitely makes me less confident in the game. I think the way that I look at it is this. I don't look at this, the Jeff Kaplan leaving, I don't look at it in a vacuum. I look at it in the context of Jeff Kaplan and David Kim. Was it David Kim who left? I don't remember his name. Yeah, so this guy also left Blizzard. So it's not like this is one or two things. It's multiple people leaving, especially in rapid succession. And Omar, I forgot about Omar. Yeah, Omar left as well. Like, these are three core people that had roles that interfaced with the public. So what I mean by that is that obviously, I'm sure that there were also developers that left the company that we just don't know their names because they don't speak for Blizzard, as like I think they have to get like press training before they talk to anybody, so they don't have that. Maybe they got fired? Okay, well, let's assume that they got fired. Do you think it's a good idea to fire David Kim, Jeff Kaplan, and Omar Gonzalez? I don't think so. I think those three guys were so instrumental and important. Like, and I think, yeah, shut up. Kaplan only capitalized Blizzard Entertainment in his message. Seems fishy. What? He only capitalized something? Let me just look right now. Yeah, wait, he didn't use any capital letters? Wait, what? It's a cry for help.
Oh my God. So Omar Gonzalez leaves 16 days ago. David Kim leaves 3 days ago. And Jeff Kaplan leaves today. To be honest, I try to look at it from a point of optimism. Sure, they're irreplaceable, but they will open spots for young game creators that hopefully have the same complaints as you, thus giving them a higher chance of fixing most of the problems that WoW has. Yeah, I mean, I always think that it's important to have new blood in the company as well, right? And I think no. You can say copium or whatever, but he's true to an extent. Like, what he's saying is true to an extent. It's very important that you have a churn of people and you keep surfing that initial excitement of people. And it's important that you don't just kind of keep having the same people. And yeah, you want to bring in new people. You want to keep the excitement up. You want to have that kind of stuff happen. Like, there's nothing wrong with what he's saying there. I totally agree with it. But at the same time, it's one thing if one guy leaves and, you know, he moves on and it is what it is. Like, Chris Metzen left and, you know, people were sad because Chris Metzen was like the face of Blizzard for a lot of people. But at the end of the day, you know, people didn't really like freak out about it. But whenever you have 3 major people that have front-facing roles in the company all leave within 15 days of each other, less than a month, that's much more concerning. That's much different than having one person leave without any other context. You see what I'm saying? Ben Brode left. Yeah, Ben Brode left, and that was like, okay, Ben Brode wants to go off and do his own thing. So it's not a matter of one person leaving. It's a matter of a lot of people leaving at the same time, and there also being a certain level of discontent and concern that people have about Blizzard to begin with. It's a domino effect. Yeah, exactly.
Crack out the Steve Jobs video.
Here we go. Listen to this. Steve Jobs is a legendary asshole. But he was really fucking smart. Like, this guy had such good insights. Listen to this.
Something else.
So they were very skillful.
Yeah. But they did show us.
Yeah.
So, and it's good that they showed us because the technology crashed and burned at Xerox. And they used to call the, what's that?
No, I was just...
Why?
Yeah, why?
Oh, I actually thought a lot about that.
Listen to this.
I learned more about that with John Scully later on, and I think I understand it now pretty well. What happens is,
yep,
like with John Scully,
true.
John came from PepsiCo, and they at most would change their product, you know, once every 10 years. I mean, to them, a new product was like a new size bottle, right? So if you were a product person, you couldn't change the course of that company very much.
No.
So who influenced the success of PepsiCo? The sales and marketing people. Mm-hmm. Therefore, they were the ones that got promoted, and therefore they were the ones that ran the company. Well, for PepsiCo, that might have been okay, but it turns out the same thing can happen in technology companies that get monopolies, like, IBM and Xerox. If you were a product person at IBM
lazy.
or Xerox, so you make a better copy or a better computer. So what? When you have a monopoly market share,
it doesn't matter.
The company's not any more successful.
Yeah, it doesn't matter because you're already making the sales to begin with. So there's no incentive to provide a better product for the consumer. Like Steve Jobs, like this guy, a lot of people have negative opinion on Steve Jobs. Do you know one of the last things that Steve Jobs did? The fucking iPhone. The iPhone that completely revolutionized the next 10, 15 years of, the iPhone. The 10 to 15 years. Everybody now is using an iPhone, effectively. Like, this guy really fucking knew what he was talking about. Yeah, I guess, yeah, look, I know I got some boomers in here. Maybe some drug dealers are still using the burner phone that they bought from Target for $20, okay? I get it. I know how it is.
So the people that can make the company more successful are sales and marketing people. And they end up running the companies. And the product people get driven out of the decision-making forums. And the companies forget driven out. So the people that can make the company more successful are sales and marketing people. And they end up running the companies. And the product people get driven out of the decision-making forums. And the companies forget what it means to make great products. It sort of the product sensibility and the product genius that brought them to that monopolistic position gets rotted out by people running these companies who have no conception of a good product versus a bad product. They have no conception of the craftsmanship that's required to take a good idea and turn it into a good product. And they really have no feeling in their hearts, usually, about wanting to really help the customers. So that's what happened at Xerox. The people at Xerox PARC used to call the people that ran Xerox toner heads. And they just had, and these toner heads would come out to Xerox PARC and they just had no clue about what they were seeing.
And for our audience, toner is what?
Oh, toner. Toner is what you put into a copier. Yeah, the toner that you add to an industrial copier.
The black stuff.
The black stuff, yeah. So basically they were copier heads that just had no clue about a computer or what it could do. And so they just grabbed defeat from the greatest victory in the computer industry. Xerox could have owned the entire computer industry today. Could have been, a company 10 times its size. Could have been IBM.
I've reacted to this many times.
Could have been Microsoft in the 90s. So, but anyway, that's all ancient history. It doesn't really matter anymore.
Sure.
Yeah, and that's the way people feel about shit that's happening at Blizzard. So what's so crazy about this is that Xerox was great 20 years ago. The point that I'm making, the reason why I play this video so often, I played it so many times, is I think that it's actually one of the most poignant and most introspective videos and insightful videos on the way that companies gain success and then lose the success. I think it's incredibly well done. Jeff Kaplan going to Dreamhaven 100%. We're not going to know that probably for another 2 or 3 years, maybe 1 year, it depends. So anybody with a really big position like Jeff Kaplan, anybody there, they have what's called a non-compete clause. So what that means, I'll explain what poignant means. Emotionally, it's emotionally impactful. It's personally impactful. I think that's probably the best way to say it. So anyway, he's probably has a non-compete clause in his contract. He's not going to just leave Blizzard and then we'll see a news article tomorrow about Jeff Kaplan joining Dreamhaven or joining Riot. There's probably going to be a large window in which that he cannot work for a competing company. And this exists in almost every industry that deals with intellectual property. And it even exists in more older industries. It exists everywhere. So yeah, that's basically what it is. What happens if the people leaving were the toner heads? It could be a good thing. There's just nothing to indicate that's the case though. Omar Gonzalez is largely credited with being the reason why Classic WoW happened because he was able to transport the code over. David Kim was a very high-ranked StarCraft player himself. And Jeff Kaplan, if you read the posts that he made back whenever he played EverQuest, you'd know he's a real one. So I don't think these guys were the toner heads. I don't think so, based off of what I know about them. Yeah, that's all it comes down to, man. That's all it fucking comes down to. And remember whenever I told you guys that there was somebody else that was going to be announced for leaving Blizzard? That everybody, that hasn't been announced yet? That I knew somebody else left? Remember whenever I said that? This wasn't it. Somebody else. Not looking good. I didn't know this. Yeah, this is not looking good.